Welcome to Vine. Hello, I'm Dr. Letitia Ray. It is an honor to connect with you. Let's look right in and see what's going on with the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine update. If you've been following me, you saw that the readings were just like what Carl Jung said. That tarot can be a doorway to the unconscious, and that's bringing that stuff that's unconscious that we might have pushed to the side or don't look at or can't really see or we're blind to. Yeah, bringing those things conscious, and it may be a prediction of the future, which means that it is our route. That having that awareness is our route to end those blocks and repetitive cycles. Yeah. That lead to those karmic cycles that many no longer want to be in. So let's get right in. Let's get right in. So the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine are doing exactly what they came here to do. Which is be those front runners and saying that these current structures that have been built do not serve us. That the way that we've been doing family, the way that we've been doing parenting, co-parenting, the way that we have been doing making money, having jobs, marriage, family, community, organization, it doesn't work for us. You know, we all have the picture, and the picture looks happy, but the truth isn't that. This isn't really bringing me happiness and joy, and now I need to become self-aware and awakening to myself, my true self, and discovering what brings me that fulfillment and that joy is what the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine came to do. And it is happening on supercharge right now. Yeah, so it's an amazing time here on the earth. Amazing time. The Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine are saying right now on the earth that we want not what just looks like we're happy. We want the internal vision of that joy and happiness in many of those structures that we are currently engaging in to be real. Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine are saying they want realness. And in doing that, it requires opening and awakening to the current systems in place. And once that happens, then truth is seen. And when truth is seen, truth provides choice. And there is always free will choice to take a route that serves you or a route that no longer serves you. And that is what the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine have discovered here on earth, and how you co-create with the divine. And that's why they're called the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. That they're not just allowing their lives to just tumbleweed along, whether they are sad, depressed, in despair, or unhealthy. Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine are saying, no, that's not what this was designed for. There's a better way to do this. One that allows us peace, harmony, happiness, oneness, love, joy, fulfillment. Let's try that. So it's an amazing time to be here. So let's get right in. So again, like I said, if you followed any of my readings before, they've predicted a lot of the times the changeover in readers and the increase in energy. You've seen that. That was one of the predictions. And also one of the big was the Divine Feminine and coming into herself and really balancing out that masculine within the Divine Feminine, knowing that if I balance in union within me, the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, I have that union within. It provides that union with everything external because I'm in balance and harmony. So the Divine Feminines have really been coming into their own in that. And they're saying, hey, that doesn't serve me. They're cutting out behaviors. It's not about who. It's about how this is affecting the divine feminine. And divine feminine is really choosing to love self in action fully, fully on the earth right now, when the majority of the systems say that you're not necessarily able to do that. The divine feminine is rising up and saying, no, what was last, which was the divine feminine energy across the earth plane, what was abused in many ways, and what is not being honored. See, we're in a period of justice that showed in the last reading I did on the fall of the third parties. And in that period of justice, what's being said there is that all the justice is coming forward for the divine feminine at this point. In those time periods in which divine feminine went through a lot of abuse here on earth, you are seeing justice happening from years ago in sexual abuse cases, assault cases, relationships in which the divine feminine is not being honored are no longer relationships that divine feminines are willing to stay in. At this point, karmic cycles are very, very clear. And karmic cycles are very, very clear to see the truth. So that is providing new pathways. Yes. Divine feminines are rising up at this point in time, and they're determining that they have powers to provide their own way, to not need to depend in relationship to be in the placing of not receiving reciprocal, but coming together and having reciprocal relationships with those in which they truly care for. Yeah, so there's a lot going on with the divine feminine. The divine feminine is standing up for self, saying what's right for self, and it's shifting the earth plane. It's shifting the earth plane in the way that people are noticing that you just can't treat people any kind of way, that it matters. It can hurt and impact that person. And the divine feminine has treated others as self for quite a long time that it has shown up. And now the divine feminine is saying, no, no, no. You also have to treat myself as I treat myself. And it is causing quite a shift. And what it's doing is that I am learning to love myself, and I require you to love me too. What's shifting in the divine masculine area right now is that point of justice and waking up into that truth and really seeing those karmic cycles. So once it was, okay, I see a difference in this type of feminine energy, and I see a difference from that type of feminine energy. There's a difference here. This one isn't necessarily wanting to create those karmic cycles that have brought me a lot of pain in connection with. So I am now seeing the difference, but not only am I seeing the difference, I am seeing that I am no longer interested in the karmic cycle. I'm no longer interested in doing these things that bring me pain, that bring me harm, that bring me confusion, that set me back. And I just keep getting set me back in life, set me back in life. Aries and Sagittarius are coming out for a hug. Just a hug to you guys. Absolutely. Libra too. So, and that's just a way of showing love that just comes through whenever you're channeling. So the divine masculine is definitely coming into their own, and they are understanding that self-love piece. Because they're like, whoa, okay, I don't understand why the divine feminine is this way, but I get it. But then it's like a reflection of self. So it's like a reflection of self. So now I am looking at these things, and this doesn't serve me. I no longer want to live this way. So you have the divine masculine right now, and while you see a lot of justice happening, and with that karmic cycle fall, it means that no longer can that place that is bringing that despair be a place in which blindness can exist, that we are at a place on the earth where choice is now it. So if you remain in a karmic cycle, you're in a karmic cycle by choice, not being able to necessarily check out of that karmic cycle and not see the truth of it anymore. So it's like I see the truth of it, so I'm signing up for the misery. So what's happening right now is that many of the divine masculines are saying, I'm not signing up for the misery anymore. Now I see it. I see the difference in what brings that, and I see the difference in the way that I could live. So that's the shift that you see that is starting to happen with the divine masculine population. They're very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable right now is what's happening with the divine masculine population, and it's creating a recipe for, I have to make a change, I have to make a shift, I have to make a change, I have to make a shift. So that's what you see is going on with the divine masculine right now in the collective of people, and that's the majority, but there are still some that are a little bit before that, you know, and then there's some that are well after that. And that's just the way it rolls. But it's an honor to be within the collective of people of the divine feminine, divine masculine who say, there is a new way to live. There is a better way to live. I don't have to live in harm with myself, and I don't have to live in harm by another. That we can live in that peaceful place of oneness. And we can be a part of the entire co-creation of the universe with the divine. And that's another piece in that's coming in strong for the divine feminine. The divine feminine is waking up heavily to those spiritual giftings. And in those spiritual giftings, divine masculines too. And those spiritual giftings that are waking up with the divine feminine. And what I get with divine feminines is that it's coming up in skill form. Skill form. So now that there's been a shifting of the energy, and you're seeing a rise in new people displaying that gifting, and you're seeing a shifting out of others, that it is a big push at this time period to begin to use those skill sets of those intuitive natures in a productive way. Because they have purpose here. They have big purpose. They have purpose for this journey, and they have purpose for the work here on earth. So yes, there's the ability to feel that connection and feel that love connection. But divine feminines, oh, there's a lot of light coming in here. Divine feminines are in that place where they're saying, yes, I feel this connection. Absolutely, I do. But I'm not feeling it in a way that I have to go in and do something in my action center. I'm feeling this connection in a way that I can communicate with the connection in the same way that I felt the connection, which is it is an awareness and it is a knowing. So I can feel what's going on with people, and I can know what's going on with people, but I don't have to step in. And my life's mission is not to go directly in that individual person's life and support in getting them individually out of that. That now there are a lot of divine feminine who have awakened to, okay, I need to use this spiritual skill set for the masses, because there are more and more and more people awakening consistently. So it takes a lot of time out of the divine feminine's life to check out of their life and go kind of align with the friends and family members and even the counterparts, those loves of their lives, and really align with them and emerge all of their energy. And we talk about plug in and plug out. So to plug in to that other person, and really it's like a pulling up, because when we think of ascension, it's a pulling that person up, which is taking a lot of energetic strength out of the divine feminine on that one assignment of support, you know. And it's a beautiful, loving position to be in. We are just now in an era where so many are wakening up, and it can really drain and take away. So it's about honing it in skill. And in that skill, in saying that there are new avenues that I will be able to give that support for that one that I love so dear, and more at the same time. because many are awakening. So that's the rise of the platforms that you see in many of the divine feminine in many areas and structures throughout the earth. You're also seeing the rise of divine masculines. So moving forward, what I'm getting in the prediction realm, I heard the music go up in octane. What I'm getting in the divine masculine realm, yep, the mystic, they are rising up. And the divine masculine is rising up in a way that be prepared to see more divine masculine on platform. That is what's coming. You will see more and more unions, and you will see more and more divine masculine on platform. What's happening in being able to see clearly, it's allowing the divine feminine, divine masculine to now make choices, which means no longer doing those blind moves that are leading to the karmic cycles. They are clear who they want, who they don't want. They are clear what they want to do and what they don't want to do. It's just about getting those courage to just make those moves now, you know. That's what you're seeing in a lot of those leftover remnants that's coming. The courage to make the moves and the how-tos and the make-a-ways. That's what's happening there. But it is really at that spacing now, and seeing those truths, making those choices, and removing self from the paths that don't align is now in a big, beautiful time on earth where many are now aligning to the paths that do align with them. And it's just like I'm getting that biblical reference again, and it's just like how it's the instructions. The instructions of this life is written on your heart. So in being able to connect to that heart center that is right now happening with the masculine, they're able to see how to live their lives in ways that they were never able to see before. And the divine feminine is seeing clear how to live their lives in a way they haven't seen before, because they're now connected in that head and that heart position that allows it awakening to see the truth, see how I really feel about this. So then I know what's next for me. And I know what I am releasing and letting go in appreciation for the season that it had in my life. This is the report of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. The golden mission. The golden mission is union within self and union with others. And it is happening. It is happening. Congratulations, it is happening.